Okay guys, so I'm gonna take you through a guide on how to install WhatPulse on Ubuntu. So basically, after you download all the files, we will extract them on the desktop. So I would recommend that you download the Debian packages because it's easier to install them. And I opened up the README file just so I would know what exactly I have to do because there are some packages that we have to install or update, and we're gonna go through all of that right now. So here are all of the packages that have to be installed. Most of them should already be installed, but we're gonna try to install all of them regardless. So by clicking Ctrl Alt T, we can open up the terminal. And don't mind what I wrote there. I will all the code is on the screen, so type in sudo apt-get upgrade first. So this will take a while. I actually sped up this clip by a lot just so that you don't have to watch this for I don't know how long. But it will take a few minutes because it has to download a lot of files. And now that that's done, we will also do the same, except we will type in update at the end. Now we also have to install a few other libraries or whatever. All of the required libraries are on the screen in the big white letters. So just type in, type those into the console or terminal rather, and you'll be able to pretty much get all of those. Most of them are actually already installed, so you don't actually have to do it. So you can just watch my video and see which of them are already installed. At least there were after upgrading and updating the whole thing. So if you don't want to type all these in and to make sure that you already have them, you don't have to. But if you don't have some of these, the WhatPulse program will not work as it should. In order for me to be able to find all of these programs, because they're not marked correctly on WhatPulse website, I actually used Aptitude, which lets you search certain words and it will find everything that corresponds to those words. Ignore this part here because you don't actually have to add this. It's done differently, but I didn't do it right. And again here with libpcap, I also installed the -dev version, which I don't think you actually need. So you can install it if you want to, but you can try to install without it. So at this point, all the requirements are pretty much installed, kinda, except one more thing that we'll do in a second. So I'm just making a folder where I'm gonna store my files that are gonna be running. So I just made a programs folder and I copied all the files there. Well, I don't need the txt files, so I just took the setup script, which I'm gonna install in a second, but first I wanted to just open WhatPulse and make sure that I can actually run the program itself. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly log in here. And I'm just making a temporary name for my test bench because I'm just gonna delete the whole thing later on because I'm already logging my clicks in Windows because this is a virtual machine. And we can see that I don't have the required permissions in order to run WhatPulse correctly. So I actually have to run the script that came with the file, with the WhatPulse file, that already copied to programs. So that's the setup-input-permissions, which we will do by typing this inside of the console. So it's home/yourname/programs, or at least this is where I put my folder. And we'll just copy this sudo script and paste it from the WhatPulse page. And now inputs should work. Well, actually, this isn't inputs yet. That was just for network monitoring. So I'm actually trying to figure out if that works correctly as it should by loading a YouTube video here quickly. So as we can see, it's downloading 1 megabit per second, which means that it should work as it should. So currently everything but inputs work. So I just have to run this setup script by putting it in the console. Since I'm already in the right directory from before, I just had to put it in and run it and press enter a few times. And that was pretty much it. So the inputs worked after that when I created a new group, and that's pretty much all I had to do regarding the installation of the program. At this point, the text down there still said that there's no input devices found, and I just quickly fixed that by running WhatPulse again. As you can see, it's showing up everything. It just still says that there's no devices found. And it worked after I rebooted, or not rebooted, just opened the program again. As you can see now, it works fine. So I'll just add this program to startup programs by going into the startup application and just typing in the name of it, and the command pretty much is where you just show the OS where the file that you want to run is located, and that's pretty much it. After you're done with that, you add it, you close the thing, you restart, and it will work pretty much. So you'll be able to see that in the following few seconds, and after that it's gonna work perfectly fine. Okay, so pretty much I rebooted my virtual machine. I actually had some problems with the monitor not showing up correctly, but as you can see, WhatPulse works right after I boot, and it will from now on. You can also select the checkbox to not open the window on the main start. So it works from now, and it will. I hope that you made it work, and if this video helped you and if you liked it, please leave me a like, otherwise dislike it and tell me in the comments what I should fix, and I hope you will watch some other of my videos. Thanks for watching, see you again next time.